to my channel. So today I'm going to show you a curry that is one of my favorite curries, something that I usually resort to, something that when you're lacking time or you have limited groceries but you have to cook up something that is healthy, nutritious, yet yummy. So this is perfect for that. Maybe you have guests coming in and you're limited, you have just these many groceries and you want to really naturally cook up something that will make them say wow. So this is one of my go-to curries. I'm sure we all have our go-to curries, so I thought I'd share this one with you. This is very quick. You can make this very quick. You can, while you're making the gravy, while that's getting done, you can do the vegetables. And you don't really only have to use vegetables for this. You can also use non-veg. I will tell you more when we get into it.
So let's start with the whole spices. I've used cinnamon, nutmeg, cardamom pods, star anise, broken, bay leaves, garlic, roughly chopped, ginger, again roughly chopped, because we're all going to grind this, so doesn't make a difference. Green chili, again roughly chopped. Onion, I have sliced here. Into a pressure cooker now, add oil, heat it up, and then add some cumin seeds. Once that crackles, you can add in some fennel seeds next. And now we're going to add in all the whole spices. And after we're done, we'll just give it a good mix. Once we get the aroma of the whole spices, we're going to add in the nutmeg. See, I did not add that earlier, right? And I had the whole nutmeg, so I'm just going to grate it a bit, because too much is not good also, but a little bit will add to the flavor. That's done. Next, I'm going to add in the ginger, garlic and green chili. Give it a good mix till it slightly browns. You don't want it to brown too much. And that's done. So now we can add in the onions. Give it a mix so that it gets coated completely with the oil, and then we shall add some salt to speeden the browning procedure, yes, or the caramelization procedure of the onions. You can see it has started to slightly brown here, and now I'm going to add some nuts. So I have added 1 cashew, 1 almond, 2 almonds I think, yes. So that will add to the creaminess of the curry. You can add more if you want, and if you want you can also add cream, but I think this is a healthier option. Next I'm adding tomato puree. I usually use freshly cut tomatoes, which is always better. It has more water content. So when you're pressure cooking it, you don't really need to add water, because in this curry we're not going to add water because we need like a nice thick creamy base, right? Anyways, this is also works perfectly fine. I'll show you. So add the tomato puree, give it a good mix and let it cook till the oil starts coming on the sides, slightly at least a little bit, and then we can start adding the powder. So I've added a bit more of salt. Now turmeric powder, next I'm going to add chili powder. Now chili powder is according to your taste. At my house, like I always say, spiciness is on the lesser side, so I don't add too much. That is coriander powder I'm going to add. I added about 3 to 4 teaspoons. Give it a good mix. And that's basically all you need. Okay, once we give it a good mix and let it cook just a bit, okay, I'm going to close the pressure cooker now. Like you see, I have not added any water, nothing. Okay, so you pressure cook this for 1 whistle because it's a tomato puree and water content is less and it's pretty much cooked. You just want it to become a bit more creamier, right? And it's easier to grind. So we're going to pressure cook this for 1 whistle. While that is happening, we're going to get the veggies ready. I've used cauliflower here, which are already blanched. To that I'm adding salt, wheat flour. You can use all-purpose flour also if you want. Okay, add amount of flour that is just enough to coat all the cauliflower. To that I'm adding pepper. Again, that is to your taste if you want more, but I think a little bit, maybe just 2 teaspoons would be enough. And mix it well. You want all the florets to be coated properly so that when you fry, you get a nice crispy outer covering of it and it fries evenly. That's done. So now let's start frying. Into kadai, I heated some oil and I'm adding the florets. I'm adding one by one. Naturally, it's more easier and it doesn't get stuck together. Fry them till it's slightly browned and keep them aside. So while you're doing this, the pressure cooker would have been done and the whistle also would have been over. So that's how it is when you open it, and you can grind it at that point once it cools down and you get this nice creamy base. Just look how creamy it is, right? So keep that aside, and your florets are also done, fried. Into the kadai that has the oil, okay, from the fried florets, right? And you just need to add it. Now just in case the oil is a bit too much, you can remove it, keep it aside, and only use the amount of oil you need for the curry. Okay, you don't have to just use the complete oil because you don't want too much of oil going into your body, right? So here I've added the base into the remaining oil. I felt it was just enough. And I also added a bit of water into the mixie to give it proper consistency. Okay, here I'm adding garam masala, around 1.5 teaspoon, giving it a good mix. And this is dry fenugreek leaves, so you crush them and add it. It adds to the flavor. Mix it properly and we're basically done. All you have left to do is add the cauliflower. There. And now mix it naturally because you want everything to be mixed properly. And I've added a dollop of butter here, which is totally optional. I don't usually add it, but just because I was taking a video and I just felt today was really a nice day, I added a dollop of butter. But it's otherwise also creamy and tasty. Alright, so that's done. See, so easy, done in time because you're doing everything side by side. So
this is one of the things that I go to. And like I said, you don't only have to use cauliflower. You can use anything. You can use cauliflower, mushrooms, anything that comes to your mind, literally. And in non-veg, you can use any meat, basically. And it's the same procedure, just how we did the cauliflower, just like you're using meat. And another thing, again, is the base is, you can use it for anything, and you can also make it in advance. So you can make it, keep it in the fridge in a airtight container naturally after it's cooled down, and you can use it for your curry tomorrow. So let's say you have guests tomorrow, or you cook ahead if you're working and you don't have time to cook every day naturally. That does get really cumbersome. So you can make this ahead, keep it, and all you have to do is get the veggies ready. Just fry it. That hardly takes 15 minutes. And add it and just heat it up a bit. That's it. So I hope you guys see the video, and I hope you guys will try it. I hope you do. do let me know. I'd love to know how it turned out for you. And I shall come back with another video that is one of my favorites, something that I go to. Till next time. Bye bye.